Yeah, Dane, we're out here a little west of Sioux Falls, hoping to get on I-90 and blast west towards the dry line. Really dangerous day ahead out here. Massive instability is pulled up just east of that dry line, and looking at visible satellite, we already have a pretty agitated cumulus field out there. Maybe just a few more hours until everything starts to really...
The National Weather Service has issued Tornado Watch number 197, effective until 11 p.m. Central Daylight Time. This watch includes the following counties in Minnesota: Lincoln and Pipestone, and the following counties in South Dakota: Aurora, Beetle, Bonham, Brookings, Brown, Brule, Buffalo, Campbell, Charles Mix, Clark, Codington, Davison, Day, Duell, Douglas, Edmonds, Falk, Grant, Gregory, Hamlin, Hand, Hanson, Hughes, Hutchinson, Hyde, Gerald, Kingsbury, Lake, Lyman, Marshall, McCook, McPherson, Minor, Minnehaha, Moody, Potter, Roberts, Sanborn, Spink, Sully, Turner, and Walworth. Remember, a tornado watch means that conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather, including tornadoes, large hail and damaging winds, in and close to the watch area. While severe weather may not be imminent, persons should remain alert for rapidly changing weather conditions and listen for later statements and possible warnings. Stay tuned to NOAA Weather Radio, commercial radio and television outlets, or internet sources for the latest severe weather information. And Walworth. Remember, a tornado watch means that conditions are The National Weather Service in Sioux Falls has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for southwestern Aurora County in south-central South Dakota, northwestern Charles Mix County in south-central South Dakota, central Gregory County in south-central South Dakota, northwestern Douglas County in south-central South Dakota, southeastern Brule County in south-central South Dakota, until 4:35 p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 4:05 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm was located near Burke, or 34 miles east of Winner, moving northeast at 40 miles per hour. Hazard: 2-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Source: radar indicated. Impact: people and animals outdoors will be injured. Expect hail damage to roofs, siding, windows, and vehicles. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Platt, Burke, Herrick, and New Holland. Remain alert for a possible tornado. Tornadoes can develop quickly from severe thunderstorms. If you spot a tornado, go at once into the basement or small central room in a sturdy structure. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. This storm is producing large hail. Seek shelter now inside a sturdy structure and stay away from windows.
Again, folks, that storm in Douglas County is looking much more impressive on radar compared to previous scans, especially in regard to rotation within the storm's mesocyclone. It also looks like we've got one of our storm spotters coming up on it right now. Alex, let us know what you're seeing down there.
Yeah, we're on this storm just west of Dimmock. It's still pretty early, but it's already taking on some impressive supercell characteristics. We have a textbook horseshoe shape in the base with that RFD clear slot sliding through. Given the environment today, it might only be a half hour or so before this thing matures.
As always, thank you for the ground truth, Alex. Now remember, folks, tornado or not, these supercell thunderstorms are still pumping out wind-driven hail in Douglas, Charles Mix, and especially Brule County, regardless of if there's a tornado on the ground or not. You should definitely be in a shelter right now, away from windows especially. Try to imagine hail the size of golf balls coming at you at 70 miles per hour, folks. That's why you need to be in the most center room of your house, away from windows, and if you can, in a basement, because seriously, there may only be 20 or 30 minutes.
The National Weather Service in Sioux Falls has issued a tornado warning for southwestern Davison County in southeastern South Dakota, southeastern Orr County in south-central South Dakota, central Charles Mix County in south-central South Dakota, Douglas County in south-central South Dakota, west-central Hutchinson County in southeastern South Dakota, until 5:15 p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 4:48 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Geddes, or 10 miles northwest of Lake Andes, moving northeast at 40 miles per hour. Hazard: tornado and hail up to 2 inches in diameter. Source: radar indicated rotation. Impact: flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. This dangerous storm will be near Harrison around 4:55 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Armour and Corsica around 5:10 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors, in a mobile home, or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. This is a dangerous storm, capable of producing large hail driven by severe winds. Seek shelter now inside a sturdy structure and stay away from windows. If you are caught outdoors, cover your head and neck.
Dane, check this out. We got a tornado coming down in Douglas right now. Everybody needs to be in their tornado-safe places immediately.
Wow, look at that, folks. We have a full-blown tornado on the ground in central Douglas County moving northeast. Everybody in this tornado's path needs to be taking shelter immediately. Luckily, it's going to be over rural farmland for the time being, but folks in DeMock, if this thing stays on the ground, it could head up into the northern part of town. So again, don't wait to see or hear this thing. Just take shelter now. You don't want to risk it. The other tornado-warned storm in Charles Mix County is also looking pretty concerning. But thankfully, it's undergoing a storm merger right now, so we're going to have a temporary disruption of the storm's mesocyclone. But unfortunately, once that's complete, we could be talking about a threat for strong tornadoes in the coming hour or so. Because I'm telling you folks, if that storm gets organized, we could be in for some serious trouble, especially folks just northeast. So that includes Davison, Hanson, and Minor counties for this strong tornado threat.
The National Weather Service in Sioux Falls has issued a tornado warning for southeastern Davison County in southeastern South Dakota, east-central Charles Mix County in south-central South Dakota, Douglas County in south-central South Dakota, southwestern Hanson County in southeastern South Dakota, northwestern Hutchinson County in southeastern South Dakota, until 5:50 p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 5:20 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado was located near Armour, or 13 miles northeast of Lake Andes, moving northeast at 55 miles per hour. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Take cover now. Hazard: damaging tornado. Source: weather spotters confirm tornado. Impact: you are in a life-threatening situation. Flying debris may be deadly to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be destroyed. Considerable damage to homes, businesses, and vehicles is likely, and complete destruction is possible. This tornado will be near Parkston and Dimmock around 5:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Ethan around 5:35 p.m. Central Daylight Time. To repeat, a large, Extremely dangerous and potentially deadly tornado is on the ground. To protect your life, take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors, in a mobile home, or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Caution, this tornado may be subject to deviant motion. Sudden changes in direction and movement speed may occur. Do not wait to seek shelter. Take cover now.
Unfortunately, we are now receiving reports of major structural damage throughout Douglas County, including several homes in Southern Armor that are reportedly totally collapsed, with several major injuries also being reported. Thankfully, the storm looks much less impressive on radar now, and there's no longer evidence a tornado is currently on the ground. Alex, can you confirm anything for us?
Well, Dane, we lost a visual of the tornado just before it impacted Armor. It got heavily wrapped in rain and it began to occlude. I'm almost certain it's no longer on the ground. But listen, Dane, I don't want to worry any viewers out there, but this southern supercell is getting super impressive. Velocities are increasing with every scan, and this storm is just getting more and more organized. I honestly wouldn't be surprised to see a significant tornado from this thing in minutes at most.
Oh my God, look at those velocities. Look, folks, I'm just going to call it how I see it. We have a potentially very strong tornado forming in northern Douglas moving into Davison County. Right now, if it's not on the ground at this moment, it will be within minutes. I can promise you that. We need everyone, and I mean everyone in northern Douglas and Davison counties, to take shelter immediately. Folks up there in Mitchell, that includes you as well. If this thing touches down, it could mean big trouble for you. So everyone, get to shelter now. We're not playing around with this storm because this thing means
Dane,
business.
my God, Dane. I'm seeing rapidly rotating rain curtains. I'm coming through the forward flank of the storm right now, and I think we may have a large tornado on the ground. Not a huge drop on the correlation coefficient right now, but I thought I saw the left edge of this monster, and if my eyes aren't deceiving me, this thing is huge.
Jesus, you heard him, folks. We have possibly a huge tornado down in Douglas moving into Davison as we speak. Everyone needs to get to shelter now. I would strongly suggest folks to get to an underground shelter if they can. Tornadoes like this can still injure you in traditional safe spots like hallways, bathtubs, and interior rooms. If you have a neighbor or someone down the block with a basement or storm cellar, go there and they'll let you in. I'm telling you folks, this thing is not your average tornado, and you're going to want to be underground when this thing hits.
My God, Dane, we're starting to have a clear visual on this thing, and it's at least a half-mile wide, maybe more. We have violent motion, and it's just totally grinding through the prairie as we speak. Everyone in Mitchell should be underground right now. The tornado looks like it's going straight for the city. Dane, I've never seen anything like this. The landscape is just gone. All the vegetation, for as far as I can see, is totally gone. Everything's just been turned to mud.
My God. Alex, so you're seeing rather intense ground scouring in the path, correct?
Yeah, Dane, and more than ground scouring. I came across a row of power poles snapped at ground level with no sign of the poles anywhere, as well as chunks of the road just missing. This tornado is just unbelievable. People are going to die if they don't get underground in Mitchell. Please, folks, you need to do everything you can.
Folks in Mitchell, I'm pleading with you. This is a type of tornado you see only once every few years at most, all right? We're talking at least an EF4 here. You seriously can't ignore this. This is a life or death situation. Please get to shelter now. I cannot stress this enough. You have less than 10 minutes now before this thing goes right through town. I mean, my God. If that isn't the most textbook radar presentation I've ever seen. Like we said earlier, you absolutely need to get a mattress. Every pillow in the house if you can. Wear helmets, put sturdy furniture over you. Do everything you can to protect yourself. Folks, please.
Jesus, Dane, I'm sorry to interrupt, but the National Weather Service has just put out a tornado emergency for Mitchell. They're saying above ground survival is unlikely and that everyone in the path needs to be underground.
Oh my God.
Tornado emergency for Mitchell. The National Weather Service in Sioux Falls has issued a tornado warning for northeastern Davison County in southeastern South Dakota, central Hanson County in southeastern South Dakota, until 6:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 6:12 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a confirmed large and destructive tornado was observed near Mount Vernon, or 7 miles west of Mitchell, moving east at 40 miles per hour. Tornado emergency for Mitchell. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Take cover now. Hazard, deadly tornado. Source, weather spotters confirm tornado and extreme damage throughout Davison County. Impact, you are in a life-threatening situation. You could be killed, if not underground, or in a tornado shelter. Complete destruction of entire neighborhoods is likely. Many well-built homes and businesses will be completely swept away from their foundations.